Today seems like a great day to do some nerd venging. And I think that's just what we'll do. I think that's just what we'll do. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. On my way to the tower. Ah, man, it's been a while. It's been a while since we talked about Star Wars from such a positive perspective. I really loved the first episode of The Mandalorian Season 3. I thought it was fan-freaking-tastic. And so we're about to do an hour, maybe an hour and a half, of just straight breaking down that Babu scene, man. I can't believe it. Let's go, Babu! What the fuck? I teleported. I forgot about that feature that we installed. The teleportation into the tower. I forgot about it. It's cutting edge. It's cutting edge, you know? Spared no expense. Spared no expense. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. What's up? I assume most of you have watched The Mandalorian by now, yeah? I know Bad Batch was awesome. Everybody keeps saying Bad Batch was awesome, and I get it, and I wanted to check it out. We were behind, though, so I needed to catch up. We watched the last two before last night's episode. So, gonna probably watch that after this stream, to be honest with you. So, it was a great night for Star Wars. Yeah, great night for Star Wars, a great week for Star Wars. And, you know, everybody's saying, too, when it comes to The Mandalorian, that the next one is gonna be, like, straight fire. That's what, like, everybody keeps saying. No squeezy squeeze. Bad baby. Yeah, I know, right? Legendary. How does he come up with these incredible lines? Babu. Oh, snap. Babu versus Baby Yoda. I didn't even know. I guess, yeah, we have both of those. Have fun. It's a doozy. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe it's true what the people said to us on Monday on Nerd Theory, where they were like, they've heard that the next, four Bad Batch are going to be like what every Star Wars fan has wanted from Bad Batch for a long time. So, we shall see. We want to see Babu, Josh? Well, you know, Stormy. He's never far away. He's never far away. Oh, man! And he was so good in last night's episode. Okay, so... And we're gonna talk about The Mandalorian for a good bit. I also want to talk about a little bit of Marvel stuff. There's the Sentry casting. It's, leaks and rumors, but kind of seems like it's gonna be Steven Yeun. So we'll talk about that. I actually think he could be good in the role, but we'll get into that later. I think the first place that I want to start with is, where would you guys rate that first episode of The Mandalorian out of 10? What's your personal rating for it? Is this getting blocked by the mouse? I don't think so. we're gonna break down the episode, and I'm gonna pull it up frame, not necessarily frame by frame, but we are gonna look over it, and I'm gonna see if this one gets blocked. I actually think that the one last night was blocked, mostly because of the music, and then there was one little part that I watched inadvertently when we were trying to switch or something like that. So I don't know, it's weird. But we'll try to get it so that next week's is not blocked, because I know that sucks for people that want to check it out on the replay. So let's see. We got some 8s, some 10s, some 8.5s, some more 10s, 7.9. 7.9 is an 8. What is that? You just can't give it an 8? A 6. Bunch of 8s, bunch of 9s, 7, 7.5, 69, nice. 7.7, a couple of 7s, a lot of 10s. 8s, 10s, 7.5. Yeah, so I think a lot of people are giving it a pretty high score. I would have to say it's a 8 for me. It's a solid 8 for me, like a strong 8 for me. And man, I just felt like it did the Mandalorian things, you know? Like, as I was thinking about every scene, it's like so much adventure stuffed into this episode. And it almost had like a video game-esque quality to it, where like, if you watch the baptism scene, right? You watch the baptism scene. Jeez, I gotta take my freaking... It's getting hot in here. The climate control in the tower is no good. If you watch like that baptism scene, like, it could potentially just wrap up. You could even see a scene like that end with just Din coming in. But instead of that, you get the crazy alligator turtle looking thing. And it's just freaking awesome, dude. Like, it's just awesome and just super fun and like adds this dynamic element to it. You know? So you get like that scene, and then you have the scene between Din and the armor, which is kind of like retreading some ground from the past. I personally liked the way they handled the transition. I do wonder like what y'all think about that, because it's a little sus, because they don't, like, there is no Luke Skywalker in the recap whatsoever. Instead, it really focuses on the transgression by the Mandalorian and his like wants for salvation, right? So it's kind of wild that they don't really address that at all, but I guess it's the show's The Mandalorian. It's really more about, at least in this season, it really seems like it's more about Din. The Baby Yoda stuff is really going to fall more to like the Moff Gideon plot and maybe some of that sequel trilogy tie-in stuff with Snoke. And look, it's a little bit of a shame that it seems like the Luke Skywalker thing is kind of insignificant for it overall. I mean, maybe it'll come into play or whatever. But I felt like it was handled well narratively this episode to just kind of like get us back in, show us what's important, and have that desire really drive the flow of the show. And, you know, you go to Navarro and you've got the pirate type deal, man. And I think it's so fun. You know, it's so adventurous to have that kind of happen. And then even though we're just on Navarro, like we're going around, he wants IG. They go to the Babus, the little den of Friks over there. And the scene with IG coming back online and wanting to attack Grogu. Like, again, it's just adventure, adventure, adventure. The pirates, the space battles, you know, going to that spot, the castle with Bo. Like, I think if you're going to come back after 2 years and essentially try to like spell out and show what the season's going to be about, while also like kind of serving up all of like the familiar hits, like it felt almost like if you go see a really famous band, right, they'll play some of their newer stuff, but they're going to play the hits. That's why you buy a ticket to go see, you know, name your band, is for them to play the hits. And it felt like this episode of The Mandalorian was a lot of like playing the hits. You know, you get a lot of like adorable Grogu-esque stuff. You get a lot of badass action. You get a lot of space western. I absolutely loved it, man. I really, really thought it was pretty freaking cool. Now, I will say that it doesn't have really any, like, there's nothing to really spoil, I would say, for the episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, there's no big crazy cameo. It essentially is, there's nothing like really massive that's sort of explored. It really does just kind of like set the character up. And I do wonder like how the fan base feels about that. I think it's good stuff either way. And it's a nice entry, but I do wonder how people feel about that. The Purgles. That's true. The Purgles was cool, man. Here, let's oh, what the butt? Sorry, Chet's off his game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let me get this. Bibbidi babbidi. Bibbidi babbidi. Oh no. Oh, I see why. I see why. Okay, so if we look at some of this stuff, let's see if we can look into some of this stuff. I kind of want to jump right to the Purgles, I'm going to be honest with you. But again, let's just, you know what? Let's do this. Let's kind of go through it sort of scene by scene, shot by shot, and just kind of relive it and break it down. If there are Easter eggs, if there are like anything that you guys have pointed out or that people have been talking about online, just let me know. So she's making the helmet here for the youngling, which I think is super cool. You know, when I rewatched it with Elisa in the morning, she actually thought, and I bet many of you guys thought too, that this was a flashback for Din. And it's not a flashback of like when Din came in, but it's very much evokes that similar feeling. We're positive that Din went through a ceremony similar to this. So it's kind of cool and parallels a lot to just his history. Also, too, they did this like cold open kind of thing. They had that, you know, where they have all the little like metallic, you know, blue and red helmets and whatnot come up. And they were sound bridging the armor, working on this underneath it, which I thought was really effective. I was like, oh, dude, it really brought you back and kind of gave you like a different feel for it. So we then, of course, get this scene here. This is a decent amount of Mandalorians. If this is all the Mandalorians that survived that like original purge in the first season, like I'd be shocked. So I don't know if they'll ever explain this, but it kind of seems like maybe they have recruited more, or there were just way more of them maybe on different worlds or something like that, right? But pretty cool. Could these also be different tribes? I'm not really sure. Like you've got like different sigils on the different flags, which is kind of interesting. And I expect that we'll see a lot of these same Mandalorians in the big, you know, battle, whatever it's going to be towards the end of the season. There's a rumor that you're going to have this massive battle on Mandalore with a ton of different Mandalorians. So I think we could expect to see some of them coming back. There's also an interesting moment here, and I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but it almost seems like Pav, right? That's the dude's name, Pav Vizsla? It seems like he has some connection to the child. Perhaps he recruited him. Maybe he's going to like take him under his wing or something like that. Paz? Okay, Paz Vizsla. Yeah, it seemed like he had some kind of connection with the kid. He's almost like giving him a nod here or something like that, right? And then he gets his brand new freaking helmet. You know, my thought on this too was like, well, what about the hair, dude? He's got like long hair. Like, what if he has like some strands of hair in his eyes? Are you supposed to like never take the helmet off and adjust the strands of hair? That's kind of wild. And then, of course, we got this big, ugly turtle, alligator, dinosaur looking thing, man. I thought this thing was cool. Like, it's just such a fun little design and just a cool little action set piece to just make the scene dynamic, you know? And also, too, I don't know what camera they were using, but they did a couple of these shots where they dunk with the Mandalorians, like, into the water. It was pretty cool, dude. See if I can find one of them here. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I wonder what kind of cameras or whatever they use. It's kind of interesting, though. So they're, like, fighting it. They can't really do nothing. And then Din kind of comes in and saves the freaking day. And I love the shot of him, like, pulling up, too. Like, this ship is super dope. And they're doing a great job of making this cool AF. And I also love the little shot of Mando, or Grogu popping up here. Like this right here. Brilliant. And then you go to titles. Like, again, it's that sampling, man. It's the sampling. The revving of the ship is so unnecessary. Don't be a negative Nelly, Carl. It's absolutely necessary because it's fucking badass. Then we get into a dialogue scene here with these two again. This Mythosaur, I think, was ripped off a place, because I remember a shot in season 2 of, like, where this used to be. Kind of wild. Maybe even on Navarro. But then he has a chunk of something or other, which a trader told him comes from Mandalorian. So it's like kind of got some of the like symbols of like the Mandalorian language. Kind of cool. And she says this relic only proves that Mandalore's entire surface has been crystallized by fusion rays. So this was the whole idea of glassing the planet. And I think it's like a form of terraforming, maybe? At least that's what it is in traditional sci-fi. I don't know what it exactly... Maybe it's just like desolation and destruction. But we've also heard the Mandalorians say that the planet was destroyed way before the Purge anyways. Like, I think that's something that Bo says later on in the episode. So that's kind of cool. And if we get to see the planet with like a ton of that kind of material, that's going to look pretty dope. You know? And even them like removing it and trying to like rebuild Mandalore like on top of that, it might give it this, like, it kind of reminds me of like the Wizard of Oz, the Emerald City. Yeah, it's, dude, it would look wild. It would look wild. So then you get this scene, and it just kind of reinforces like where this plot is going, and showing that he still has a connection to the tribe, but she's still like, nah, fam. Like, he literally like saves everybody, and she's still like, you removed your helmet, bro. You removed your freaking helmet. And then we cut into a shot of these guys in hyperspace, and this shit was so cool, man. Like, the Purgles. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that they not only put the Purgles into the episode, but use them in such a way that's, like, mystical, magical, like, it brings in this fantasy element. And I think it's just kind of like a little bit of a tease. I mean, obviously it teases Ezra, but I think it's also a tease of where, like, how wild Filoni might get with all of this stuff in Ahsoka. Because it seems like he's, you know, with the Great Beyond and concepts like that, it seems like he wants to do something really wild with that show. And I think that the magic of, like, the Jedi and what the Jedi are capable of and all that kind of stuff from some of the older films, I think that you might see that recreated with a lot of the stuff that's going on in Ahsoka. This is like it just hits, dude. And then there's the shot of the pulled back shot, and you see how small the ship is compared to the Purgle. This is also just it's so effective. Like, it's so effective, dude. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And then he comes up and snuggles with his dad, which is, you know, totally awesome. Back on Navarro, immediately trying to get IG-11. And what did y'all think of the cloak robots? Like, the little robots that are picking up his cloak. Like, what did y'all think? Cool? A little too much? Freaking space whales? Yeah, it was freaking space whales. Imagine blinking and seeing them whales. Yeah, that would be nuts, dude. They showed a lot in 35 minutes. Oh, I agree. It's like really pithy. Like, it's a supple 35. You know? It's a supple 35. It's really good. The point was to be extra? Yeah, for sure. Dude, I love it. I think it's fucking hilarious, dude. And the way he talks like some of the other droids and whatnot. And Carl Weathers just continues to slay in this role. Like, he's great as Grief. It's so nice to just have this character as a through line for a lot of like Mando's story. It's really cool. So I like it a lot. Curious as to what you guys think of, you know, the Gina stuff. I think that they probably handled it as best they could. A lot of people thought they were just going to kill her off or something, and they didn't do that. They sort of like leave the character in your imagination still in the world, which I think is better than the alternative, and potentially, you know, leaving the door open for her to return. I know your mileage may vary on how you feel about that, but they have a job to do, man, and I think I frankly don't think it was a lot of these people's, like John, Dave's, I don't think it was their decision to let her go, right? So they just have to do the best with kind of what their bosses and things want them to be. Gina was apparently at the premiere? Really? Is that true, or is that like just trolling? You trolling, bro? You trolling? You be trolling? I highly doubt you would be at the premiere, to be honest. And we get a little Force user. She's grabbing up some candies and whatnot. And then we get the pirate scene. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've seen these guys before. Maybe back in season 1. I don't remember them in season 2. I recently rewatched season 2. But, yeah, I don't know. Are they in season 1? Anybody? Keep reminding us of the like button. Oh, yeah, smash like. Din lingering in the back like prime Boba in this scene. That's true, actually. They're the same crew that had Grogu or not? No, I don't think so, man. I don't. If anything, there may have been a scene in season 1 where I remember when Grief says they're jealous of you or something. And he's like, I toast your success because your success is my success. And it could have been in those scenes that Zane or Thane was there, whatever his name is. But cool design. Also, a lot of people thought could be Hondo or related to Hondo. Is this the same race as Hondo? I'm not entirely sure. He kind of looks like Hondo to me, though. I'd love to get Hondo, man. I'd love to get Hondo in the show. Maybe this could be a link to him in some way. And then Grief like tries to talk him down and kind of handles business. That's a cool character moment for him. You know, he's all dripped out and literally has droids carrying his cloak, but he's still not afraid to, like, you know, let him know. And he's like, bam, bam, bop, bop. And then, of course, him and Mando gun the rest of them down. It's pretty freaking sweet, man. Just a fun little action set piece. And yeah, he wants IG. He wants the IG-11 droid, which is like, you know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know for sure why he thinks he needs a droid. Maybe he just assumes that Mandalore is so dangerous, and if it is poisonous, he could use the droid. But, you know, I don't know. Don't their helmets or whatever, like, filter stuff off? Like, I don't understand. But he wants the droid. He wants him back. And I thought this scene, again, is just such a cool thing to put into the episode. When he gets clipped back on and he immediately goes red and tries to get Grogu. Like, dude, that's fun writing, dude. Like, that's really fun. Yeah. And it was like scary too, like the way they had him like moving on the ground. It was pretty scary. And then we get to, oh man, this part of the episode just put me in such a good mood because of, like, of course we've been kind of fooling around with like the Babu stuff like for a while now, and just like kind of goofing and talking a lot about Babu and whatnot, and to actually see him in episode 1, dude. I mean, come on, dude. So good, bruh. So good. So ridiculous. Like, dude, I love the way he was talking to him and whatnot. Like, dude, I think Babu is like, and I like legitimately mean this. Like, it's a little bit of memes, and the memes have kind of taken over a little bit, but it's like real talk too. I love Babu, bro. And like, this feels so Star Wars. Like, he's talking to these little goofy gremlin looking dudes, and they can't quite understand each other, and he's literally just saying like, no, your droid is fried. Not friend no more. Bo-Katan, this droid's poodoo. And then the bad baby stuff. I mean, come on, dude. No, down. Bad baby, dude. Which, and then he like goes for him again, which, you know, as a new father myself, this is, kids absolutely do this, man. They want something, and like you'll get them away from it, and they just jump right back at it. They're like, no, I still want that thing, and they'll get like fixated on it. So it's kind of funny. It was cool. And then we get what I think is also just a legitimately badass space fight, dude. It's in an asteroid field. It was like crazy dynamic. I thought it was so fun. It reminds me of like a video game. I think it's well cut. Like, the editing's great, obviously. This like hot rod ship is fan-freaking-tastic. And then this shot, dude, this like reveal around the asteroid. Like, bro. And then it like shifts all of its guns on him. Like, bro. That's great, man. That's great. And then what do you guys think of the what do you think of this guy, dude? What's this yeah, who's the Kush head? What's his name? His like what's his name? He talks to him here. Gorian Shard. Interesting design. He's old Greg. Yeah, he's like a Swamp Thing kind of Davy Jones, yeah. The Living Blinker. Yeah, he is a little bit of a Living Blinker. What a wild looking character, dude. But again, like, to me, this is so Star Wars. Andor would never. You know what I mean? I love it. I love the design. I hope we see more of this guy. I love it, dude. And then he hot rods past him, and the guy's just like, "Urgh." He's all angry. He looks a bit like you. Then we get to some really awesome stuff, man. Castle. You know what I was thinking about too? This droid, he doesn't quite look like the other ones, but he kind of looks like those ones that Thrawn has, yeah? And what I mean is the ones that are with the Magistrate in Season 2. Doesn't he kind of look like that? No symbols or anything like that, but he kind of looks like him a little. I mean, I don't think she's working for Thrawn, but either way, it's cool. And then you just go into the castle, and like she's just striking this like crazy stoic pose in the back of her castle. Super wild. And we learned that she lost pretty much everything. Not having the Darksaber, everybody kind of stopped following her. I'm really curious as to where this all goes. You know, I did see some people talking about how apparently Bo-Katan does some pretty badass stuff in the next week's episode, in episode 2. So I'm like kind of curious, like, why is she so sort of like docile here, and if she has like some crazy action happening next week, like what's going to happen with that? And like, is that going to be a inciting incident for her character arc this season? Like, is she going to be visited by somebody looking to take her out or something? I don't know, but it was pretty cool. Really cool scene here, man. And you can see the threads coming together. Like, Din is the one now that wants to unite everybody. Everybody else is kind of faltering a little bit. And I think he's going to find a way to kind of bring them all together. Katie Sackhoff looks great in the role, too. I mean, this is just such a badass shot with her just on the throne like that, just kind of kicking it. Love it. Love it, dude. 8 out of 10 for me. Really, really strong entry back in. And I think, like, if it really does just pick up from here, right? If it just does get, like, even better next week and then even better after that, I think Star Wars is, like, back. And what I mean by that is, like, if you remember back to the energy and the sort of more communal feeling of The Mandalorian Season 2 when, like, everybody was freaking out about all these awesome things that were happening. The buzz on social media was intense. And then, of course, it ends in that finale, which is, like, it was, like, crazy to experience that in the fandom. It was so hyped up and such a big deal. And a lot of people have said that the back half of this season is going to blow people away as well. And so it seems like the show is back. It hasn't missed a beat as far as I'm concerned. Really kind of hit the ground running. Exactly back tonally where I want Star Wars to be. And it feels good to be excited about Star Wars again, dude. It feels great. And apparently the Clone Wars shit is hype as hell too, man. So I'm into it. I'm into it and I'm excited. Pretty good. It was pretty good. I tell you. Is there anything that we missed, guys? Is there anything that, like, people are talking about? Any little Easter eggs that folks have found? Bad Batch love? I haven't seen it, actually. Can we just watch Bo more? I think you're going to get some more Bo. I think you might get some more Bo. How long are you planning on growing that beard? I'm going to trim it really soon. Okay? Probably trim it tomorrow. I was just tired after all the watch party and all that kind of stuff. Grogu using Force on the armor? No, I don't think so. What happened to an hour of Babu? Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably just kind of go back to those scenes, huh? Break it down. You think those two are getting married? I don't know, dude. Like, some people are signaling some weird stuff for the end. What's this? Jonathan Peters says, speaking of everybody trying to watch parties on the replay, stop getting them copy struck by putting the video in the background. Also, I don't think the show ever said it was an actual Babu. Yeah, I might have to change the way I do that. I'm pretty sure that is an actual Babu. And I expect them to drop an actual official Babu poster like they used to do for all the other characters. Like, give me a full-on Babu poster. Because it's gotta be Babu, dude. It's gotta be. It's gotta be the real Babu. It's gotta be. Salacious Crumb greater than Babu? You don't say that, dude. You don't say that. I think the armor is the secret bloodline that will want the throne once she finds out it's unusable. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, dude. We shall see. Should we talk about the Sentry a little bit, too, before we get into Q&A? D. Murdoch says, you remember one of the trailers, there was a Death Watch dropping out of a ship and attacking Navarro? The real Star Wars is back. Andor Poodoo. Andor is Poodoo. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. But what are they attacking Navarro to? Are they attacking it to clear out the pirates? Or are they attacking it to, like, attack it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the Sentry bits. Oh, you know what? I have an article pulled up over here. I want to talk about this, dude. Super wild. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so check this out. Steve, oh man, gotta pull it down a little bit so you guys can see. Steven Yeun's big superhero revealed by new rumor. He was obviously Glenn in The Walking Dead, and he actually voices Invincible in the Invincible show. And he is apparently going to be the Sentry. Now, we did actually hear some rumors that he was going to be Sentry, I think a week ago, maybe more. There was talk that he was coming in for the Thunderbolts movie, and many people were like, oh, Sentry, kind of like right away. But then others were like, oh, I'm not so sure. And then it kind of seemed like maybe he was going to play Amadeus Cho. Well, guys, it really seems like now it's confirmed that he's going to be Sentry. So, according to Can We Get Some Toast, and I think it's even been implied by Grace as well, that he's going to be Sentry. And I'm kind of into it. I'm curious as to what you guys think, but I can actually see him as Sentry. The only thing that I am having a little bit of trouble seeing is the yellow hair. You know what I mean? Because he kind of even like, I can see it, you know? And I like the actor for sure. And I think he could play both sides of the spectrum with the Sentry, because you need to be able to be Sentry and then also maybe the Void, depending on how they want to do that. So that could be really interesting for him. I want him to have blonde hair. I just have a little bit of trouble seeing him with the blonde hair, really. I saw some people also saying, like, dude, wouldn't it be crazy if he starts out with black hair and then when he, like, powers up, he gets blonde hair, like a little bit like Carol does in her binary form? That would be absolutely sick as well. And I've also been hearing some stuff about how, like, the MCU is going to be trying to adapt a lot more kind of anime-inspired fun things. So I'm kind of here for it. But what do you guys think? Go Super Saiyan blonde when power up. Will he put on the muscle? Well, I think he definitely needs to put on some muscle, but I don't know that the Sentry even needs to be like jacked like that. Like, he'll be as powerful or more powerful than anybody that's jacked. Like, if you think about it like this, like the Hulk or the Red Hulk, they're absolutely like yoked, right? But Sentry's like just as powerful as the Hulk in a lot of ways. But I would like to see him bulk up a little bit too. Hopefully he's got enough time. And I don't know, like, has he done anything recently? Because I want to say he was already fit. It's not like he was completely out of shape. And they took what's his face, Simu. They took him from really like not having a physique at all to like having a pretty decent superhero physique in a pretty small amount of time. The Nope movie. Ah, yeah, but like he's not really. You don't really get any shots of his like physique or anything in that, right? Because he's like wearing cowboy type stuff, yeah. How tall is he? I'm not sure. You don't see it? I mean, it's all good if you don't see it. I'm curious as to what people think. I want their honest reaction. Yeah. I mean, it has to. They have to be. They have to feel confident with him in the role. Marvel casting is pretty solid most of the time. You know, like, honestly, dude, I'm even, like, curious as to what his suit's going to look like. Because the Sentry is one of those weird Marvel characters that, like, I think might be a little tough to do with this suit, dude. Like, it's yellow and blue with a giant-ass S on a big old, like, wrestling-style belt buckle. You know? Like, this is going to probably be hard to pull off regardless of who it is. I wonder if they're just going to go for it and kind of like make him look a little goofy, because there is sort of like this old school superhero draw to the character in the comics, because he technically comes from like a long time ago, you know, but they make the world forget about him basically. Yeah, they'll probably change it up. We'll see. Dev Patel for Reed. Yeah, I think Dev will probably get Reed for sure. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I've heard Dev is probably going to be the one. But yeah, that's wild, huh? Like they gave Steven Sentry. That's got to be such a good get. You know what else I was wondering about too? So they're essentially like taking Sentry and I guess race bending him so that he's Asian. And I wonder how Simu feels about this. Because, like, Simu gets to play, like, the first, like, major Asian character. But, like, Shang-Chi is also, like, a little low-key... It's a little bit of a low-key weird... Like, I don't want to say racist, but it's, like... Like, a lot of people in China at the time were like, dude, why you got this, like... Why is the first Asian hero dude going to be, like, the Kung Fu guy? Like, that's a little fucked up. You know what I mean? And now Steven gets to be, by all accounts, a way cooler character than Shang-Chi. Like, I've never been, like, really interested in Shang-Chi in any of the comics. But Sentry is, like, dope as hell. So I wonder, like, if Simu's, like, sitting there like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this guy's going to be way cooler than me. We'll see, though. We'll even see if he gets out of his own movie or the Thunderbolts movie alive. I hope that he gets to stick around because he's a really fun character, like a really, really fun character in Marvel Comics. But either way, kind of wild, huh? Kind of wild. Now, guys, is there anything else that we need to go over? I'm probably going to get into Q&A a little bit and just kind of hang out with y'all. Might end up being like a shorter stream. I'm a little bit like brain dead, to be honest with you guys. Like a little bit fried from the old watch party and everything like that. Let's see. Is there anything else that we should go over? I don't know if there's anything, bro. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Yeah, so it seems like Gray said, well, mind-blown emoji. It seems like the MCU has a lot of faith in Steven after all. He is not Amadeus Cho. I think that's pretty much saying, like, yeah, he's going to be Sentry. You like him as Sentry? Yeah. Hopefully they do something really cool with him. Hopefully they do something super sick with him. All right, I think we're just going to break into Q&A, guys, because I don't really see too much other stuff to go over. Kind of light on the news, which is good for Mando, though. Kind of takes over the social media hype for a while, which is real nice. Which is real nice. Hoping for a super jacked up Sentry. Yeah, hopefully he can get stacked, man. I don't know what he looks like right now, but like he's gotta hit the gym. I would say. I would say, like, no matter what Marvel character you're gonna play, you're probably gonna go work on your physique before the film. I suppose certain characters, like, you don't need to. But, like, if you're going to play like a hero type character, I assume you want to kind of work on your physique either way. So I think he'll go get some work done. For sure. Campion went over this thread about Daredevil and Moon Knight being in the Kang Dynasty. Well, we have a big video that we're working on, which is going to drop tomorrow, about the Avengers lineup for the Kang Dynasty and the Avengers lineup for Secret Wars. And yeah, it seems like Feige really wants Daredevil in there. And it seems like Destin wants Moon Knight in there. And that was kind of coming from Grace. There's a lot of other rumors and stuff. It'll be a big video. I'm pretty sure it's like close to 20 minutes where we're breaking it all down. And it's really fun. It's really, really fun. We wanted it out on Tuesday, but it's been like a crazy week. We don't have the nanny this week, so we're like just trying to trade Liam off back and forth. So it's been a little wild. And family kind of came in unexpected as well. So was the episode good? Dude, it was so good, bro. It was so good. I heard Bill Murray went hard on the physique for Krylar. Well, it seems like he wasted his time then because they cut most of his shit out of there. All right, let's do a little bit of the Q&A. Just go over the members chats, the super chats, and then we'll hang out in the chat a little bit as well. Laurel says, didn't watch the episode, so here's my love. Nah, I'm a dib. Okay, thanks, bruh. Mojat with a $10 hella says, highlight of episode 3, or season 3, episode 1. He's never far away, Babu. Hell yeah, man. Also wanted to ask, on an average, how many hours do you spend per week working on your channel, both when you first started and now? I don't know, man. That's hard to, that's kind of hard to calculate, but it's a lot. Like, the one thing about YouTube, and it's like a great gig, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. Love what I do. Love being able to sit my butt in front of multiple monitors and just, you know, kind of be a big nerd. And I've had other jobs that were like really, really challenging. But the one thing about YouTube that's kind of a drag compared to a lot of other jobs is it kind of doesn't stop. And you're either always making videos, like doing streams, or thinking about or tinkering when it comes to your videos and stuff like that. So it's like pretty constant, you know? But I will say, I don't even know how to answer that, bro. I'm sorry, I can't even answer that. It's a lot. Vito says, our type of Star Wars is back, baby. Spartans, what is your profession? Dude, hell yeah, Veeds. Hell yeah. And of course, I was being a little, I was being a little bit of a butthole on Twitter. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of like Mandalorian greater than Andor. You know, just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah. It was fun. I like being excited about it. I really fucking like the show. Okay, I really like the show. And it's so good that it came back and it feels the same. It's not a goobly glob version. It doesn't feel like it's radically different. It's the same magic, and I'm fucking excited, dude. I'm glad that we're back. And yeah. Kyle says, haven't made a watch party since Boba, but after that, we're back. How soon do you think Bo will be revealed as the villain? That's kind of interesting. I don't even know if Bo is the villain, dude. I don't know if Bo's the villain. That would be wild, though. So, I mean, obviously, I think there's gonna be a conflict there between them, and you know, for the throne, and we'll just see how it all goes down. But I mean, Bo's a really interesting character. I think she's a great addition to this show. So I am excited to see more of her. Jonathan says, speaking for everyone trying to watch parties on the replay, stop getting them copy struck by putting a video in the background. Okay, fine. We'll do better next week. I really do think, though, that it was... What's up, Isaac? I do think it was the music, though. And not as much the videos. But we'll see. D. Murdoch says, you remember in one of the trailers there was some Death Watch dropping out of a ship that were attacking Navarro? The real Star Wars is back. And/or Poodoo. Yeah, again, we went over this a little bit earlier, but I am so curious as to how that's going to go down. Is it like the pirates and the Mandalorians are there, like protecting the sector? I don't know. How far away is Navarro from Mandalore, the Mandalorian system? I don't even know that. So, yeah, but either way, dude, it definitely seems like it's going to get really, really hyped up. Like, that was a really good first episode, and it's apparently nothing compared to what even happens next week. And the back half of the season, some people are saying it's just going to be like banana nut muffins, like on a Sunday morning, like absolutely crazy. Bro, you get a haircut? I like it. Bo-Katan is the villain, though. She's pissed at Mando. What's up, Fatal J? I got a haircut like last week or something. And to be honest with you, like, it's acting kind of ridiculous right now. But thanks for the love. But yeah, thanks, D. Julian, $20 holla, very generous, says, Josh, saw this in the Twitter and wanted your thoughts. What if that clip we have seen in the trailers of Jedi guarding the door is Clan Vizsla coming back to the temple to take back the Darksaber? That would be sick, dude. That would be phenomenally cool to see. And I think Jedi Mandalore conflict in general is something that I'm desperate to see more of in Star Wars. Such untapped potential there with that conflict, right? But I don't know. It really does seem like it's so similar to some of the shots where Grogu and Luke are together that I'm really leaning more towards whoever's going to save him in Order 66, which I'm still pulling for Palpatine. Like, yo, if Big Daddy Palps comes through that door and handles some fucking business with the saber, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Whoo! Whoo! Boner! Oh my God, that would be amazing. Ethan says, 7 months, time flies when you're having fun. No Adventures for life. Thank you so much, Ethan. I appreciate the love, man. Again, Fatal, thanks for the 5. Rory M. Martin, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Duncan Schenkel? Duncan Schenkel, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Vandalf the Black says, Ahsoka, Luke together for 2 years, bro? Oh, take my money. Bro, that's actually a great point. I mean, I doubt she was there the whole time, but yeah, it seems like they've been getting familiar for some kind of an extended time period. Yo, I went over a lot of that stuff today because I was like doing some YouTube shorts and I was doing a little bit of editing using scenes of Luke. And I'm sorry, dude. They are definitely bumping uglies. Like, there's a tension there. He gives her the look up and down and says, will I see you again? She's looking him up and down. It's so obvious. Why fight it? Why fight it? Luke Soka. It's a thing. Vito says, random question. Didn't the armorer beat Din in combat technically when she was training him with it? Oh, that's kind of interesting, bro. Daniel Maida, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. That is kind of an interesting. I wonder if she's going to pull that on him. But wouldn't she have just taken it if that were the case? That is kind of interesting, though. Interesting. Big Cat says, respecting the gym pick, bro. You're about to have that bad flick build. Much love, bro. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you very much. Putting in the work. I go back tomorrow, too. Took a big break after my last workout, though. I really went hard on the old back. John Chung says, don't know what the armor was thinking. Her hammer wouldn't hurt the beast when even the blasters and grenades couldn't. Hammers with special abilities? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I thought of that too. Like, why did she just not drop the hammer when she went to go get the kid? And then she's like trying to use the hammers. I don't know exactly. Maybe it's just what's familiar to her. Maybe she actually thought that she's like, no, like, y'all don't know. I'm nice with this hammer. And she was about to show us all. Like, wouldn't that have been nuts if she actually whooped that thing with the hammer and the pinchy thing, whatever it was? That would have been nuts, dude. Like, she just boom, like hits it like fucking Thor, and the thing like flies back. That would be nuts. Yeah, I don't know what she was thinking either. Mariana, what's up? Says, hey Josh, what did you think about how they handled Kara's absence? Do you think that with time Disney might realize they messed up and bring Gina back? Yeah, I think that the writers are technically leaving the door open for that. I hope that they would do that. It just kind of depends, right? But unfortunately, it really comes down to this. Who are the people that ultimately made that decision? How stubborn are they? And how powerful are they within the company? And this is, by the way, not a political... I mean, I know it's political why they fired her, But here's like the thing is like within a corporate structure, like let's say, okay, so I'll try to explain it in a way that like makes sense. If you have a bunch of managers, okay, and one manager fires an employee, and then after the employee's fired, all the managers get together and kind of have a meeting. And this happens a lot, especially because the general manager will want to look over what happened, whether or not it was like a deserved firing, how they're going to handle it from there. And so obviously the person that did the firing is going to want to, in order for their authority to be intact, they would want that firing to stand and to be approved by everybody else. It would really depend on how much pull that particular manager had as to whether or not the person would remain fired. If it's like the assistant manager, somebody that's been with that store for a long time and the GM and corporate has a really good relationship with, then they're probably fired. And there's probably nothing, because nobody's going to like try to convince that person that has all this pull that they're wrong. But if it's like a newer manager that's only been there for a year and the GM and the assistant manager both think it was a bullshit decision, then they would probably like overturn it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what happens in corporate structures. Like it's a lot of like, yeah. Does that make sense? Or did I just cause everybody to like go down a black hole of thought? Are we okay? Is the class okay? Does everybody need to go outside? Uh, 831 Red says, did Gina even want to come back? Remember Jay saying a while ago that it'd be unlikely because of how it went down. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know if she would want to or not, actually. Maybe she doesn't. Who knows? But yeah, as far as how it was all handled, I think that John and Dave kind of did it the best that they could. So, Victor says, I'm glad we're finally talking positively about Star Wars. Much love, Josh. Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm happy to be happy. Because I can't really fake it. Like, if this episode just wouldn't have hit for me, oh, man, it would have been bad. Because I would have just had to be honest about it and, like, kind of talk about why it didn't work for me. But no, I think it delivers. I think it delivers in spades. Duncan says, first super, thanks for filling my time at work. What do you think about the Cap variant that 616 Cap tells Bucky is alive, goes crazy, and turns Hydra? I don't hate it. I wonder if there would be something more to that. And I definitely think there's more to the story of Captain America post-Endgame. I don't think that he just... Yeah, I think there's something else going on there for sure. But, yeah. That would be sick, dude. I want Hydra Cap. However we get to Hydra Cap, I think it would be sick. RJ Phyllis says, 12-hour day of work, but get to hang out with the Nerd Vengers on the way home. Having a watch party with my 17-year-old and his buddies. That's sick, dude. Mando and Bad Batch. Nerd Vengers for life. That sounds like a good-ass evening. That sounds really fun, man. Yeah, we're going to go watch the most recent episode of Bad Batch after this, and I think we're going to watch some Harry Potter tonight. I definitely need to check out. My brain is melting. My brain is melting. Can we have class outside tomorrow? Yeah, but you guys always get distracted by the flowers. You just guys always get distracted. Yeah, no. Butterflies and whatnot. Butterflies! I can hear Liam out there a little bit going wild. We think he's teething a little bit. And also just seeking a lot of attention, to be honest. So what the hell else is going on in the nerdy world, dude? Is there anything else going on that I'm, like, missing? Nothing really? Nothing too crazy? No? Yo, Josh about to watch the new season of Demon Slayer in the cinemas in like an hour. What? Where? Is it out everywhere, or is it just out like in certain cities right now? We can't talk about it because you haven't watched The Bad Batch. Well, my bad, Jake. Sheesh. My blinker not blinking? That sounds terrible, bro. Campea claimed that Agatha was canceled? No way. Did he really? You just watched Fanboys for the first time. So, what's up with the frickin' Demon Slayer movie? What the fuck? March 3rd. Oh shit. So it does come out this weekend. Yo, you know what's crazy? I wonder if there's a showing by me. Cause my madre's coming into town on Saturday and she might watch Liam for a little bit so we can get a little bit of a break. Ooh, dude, Elisa and I will absolutely go see this. Elisa and I would absolutely go see that on Saturday. Ooh. Oh my god, there are showings. Let's fucking go. Aw, hell yeah. We're definitely going to see that on Saturday, dude. And it's funny because we were going to see Cocaine Bear, but Elisa was saying that she's recently been reading some like bad reviews for Cocaine Bear and she's kind of like not feeling it. Yeah, babe, let's go. It's going to be awesome. Because we love Demon Slayer. We love Demon Slayer, man. Was the Mando delay just time to set up Thrawn film? Timing Disney Plus shows, grand finale would be a finale on Disney Plus without a cinema release. Not really sure, man. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors as to why there was a delay. I hope we don't have another delay like for the next one, and I don't think we will. I think John said he already wrote season 4, and they're kind of like ready to go more. So, dude, getting another season of Mando next year would be great. So Bear is going to drop like Ant-Man 3. Yo, real talk, Ant-Man 3, the box office is looking bad. Like bad. Now, it's just a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sort of trajectory. But I've seen some analysts saying that it might not even double its opening weekend if this continues. It might like really go down, which would be wild. We got to keep an eye on it, you know? Yeah, dude. Glenn joining the MCU Century. Pretty wild. Sub or dub? I mean, it kind of depends on the anime, but I do like dub. I know that's maybe sacrilegious for some people. Like my buddy, one of my best friends is like, yeah, it might not hit 500 million, which would be like, whew, that would be a disaster. That would be a disaster. That Jesus movie is getting buzz, though. It is. It really is. Sub all fate. Yeah, so my buddy he's like my best buddy and he's like a hardcore weeb and he hates that shit. Like he has to watch the subtitles. He's got to get the actual Japanese, bro, you know? But I really do like a lot of like the voice actors, the really famous voice actors and some of the work that they do in anime. It's great. Mandalore crystal equal Grogu's lightsaber plus mech armor. That'd be nuts, dude. That would be pretty crazy. I don't know, maybe there is something to that. Thoughts on Jeff saying he isn't using the Fantastic Four for Kang Dynasty? I was a little disappointed to hear that, but I suppose it makes sense. I hope they have something to do in Secret Wars. I had assumed that was going to be like very much a multiversal film. Maybe not. Inosuke. Will we ever get to see Doom rip that Thanos skeleton from his body? I don't know. I would love to see that. I hope they do some really good stuff with Doom. Their movie comes out after Kang Dynasty. Does it? Because I don't think that's true. It was before it, and then it got delayed to February 14th, and I'm pretty sure Kang Dynasty got delayed as well. Kroll, thanks for the 10, man. It says, hey, Josh, I thought this episode was pretty solid. I think Bo is definitely going to be antagonist. I'm excited to see where this ends up. I'm excited, too. Maybe she will be the antagonist. I mean, do you think people will freak out if she becomes the ruler of Mandalore and not Din? Like, do you think people would freak out about that? I almost see them both leading. She's destined to rule. I don't know if she's destined to rule. Maybe she'll, even if she doesn't rule, maybe she'll be like made general or something, and then they've got like, I don't know. We'll have to see how it all goes. Thoughts on the word that the Thunderbolts and Secret Invasion will have a more serious tone? Pretty excited about it, to be honest. Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate that, Rory. Yeah, I don't know. I think Thunderbolt, I would love to see a tonal shift in the MCU. And I think it getting a little bit more serious and grounded as we get to the Kang Dynasty would be really welcome. I do think the tone has gotten a little trite. Josh, much love for Babu. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Have you seen the new What If character that dropped? No. What's that about? I'm disappointed that Captain America 4 won't have Bucky in it. I mean, they might still have Bucky in it. You never know. They might still have the old Buckster in there, which I think would be great. Yo, what should I have for dinner, guys? What do you think I should eat for the old dinner tonight? Blinkers and Josh, name a better combo. I mean, I can't. Thai food? I really don't like Thai food that much. Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A sounds good. Tacos kind of sound good too. Not enough, though. It's going to be Captain America 4, Falcon, no room for Bucky. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. That's probably true. But, I don't know. They got the Red Hulk. A big fat chicken salad? Ugh. I don't know about that, bruh. I don't really like chicken salad, bruh. Protein. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Dude, yeah. I wanted to go to the gym today. But it's just, man, it was just tough with like the watch party and like a broken sleep schedule and all the other stuff I was trying to get done. So I was like, no, I'll take like an extra day. But like, so there's no stream at all tomorrow. So I'm going to get in there like first thing in the morning, and I'm going to get a freaking crazy pump on, dude. I'm going to spend a couple of hours in there tomorrow. And just really work. Chili? I don't know about that, bruh. About to smash some tacos? That's awesome. You ate like $40 of sushi? Oh my God. That feels like a lot. That feels both like a lot of money to spend on sushi, and it's got to be a lot of sushi to put in your body. Right? Ground beef and rice, bro. Get them gains. I know, but I kind of want to eat like shit tonight. Just being real. Kind of feel like eating like shit tonight. Am I familiar with Birari, Josh? No, what the hell's that? It's always expensive when you go? Oh, shit. See you later, Brian. Take care, man. I'm a vegetarian, so don't listen to me. I was a pescatarian for a long time. Ooh, Popeye's chicken. Ooh. That could be the ticket right there. Lenny, thanks, man. Yo, Josh, what's up? Love the opener for Mando. Seemed like they fly a lot into such small time slot. Fit a lot into it. Yeah, they did. It was stacked. Admit it, Mang. It was mid. Episode 2 screened a lot better with audiences. It's true, but look, here's the thing, X-Wing. It's what it is for me. You know, like if it hits for me, I'm gonna say it hits for me. If it doesn't hit for me, I'm gonna say it doesn't hit for me. The episode hit for me, dude. Like, I really, really liked it. And it's kind of crazy because I fully admit that next week's probably going to be even better. Next week, I'm probably going to be, like, bouncing off the walls, dude. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls, dude. I'm going to be so damn excited. What do I think about Dominique McElliott as Sue? I don't know who that is. Favorite arc in Demon Slayer? That's probably the most recent one. Yeah, that's true. We can't get in and outs over here on the East Coast, man. Kind of sucks. When people say that, it just makes more hype. The episode was banging, so if next week is even better, dude, I know, right, Nathan? I'm excited. Be a good run, man. Be a good run. A couple months of awesome Mando. Probably get Loki season 2 after that, or maybe Secret Invasion, because it kind of seems like they're going to do 2 big Star Wars shows, 2 big Marvel shows. So, you know, whatever they decide to do next, like, let's go. What MCU shows are you most hyped up for besides the Avengers? Loki season 2, 100%. Secret Invasion, I'm excited for too. I really hope it has more of a darker tone, and I think it will. And then X-Men 97, dude. Like, come on, man. X-Men 97, so excited for that. And I'm excited for the MCU movies next year. Like, Guardians 3 is probably going to be good. I hope the Marvels is good. I have a lot of skepticism about that movie. But I'm almost, like, I'm so much more excited for the MCU next year. It feels like Star Wars kind of got it this year. Stoked they got old Greg for the show. Why does everybody call him old Greg? What if Cassie falls in love with young Iron Lad? I mean, that could happen. I think that kind of happens in the Children's Crusade, doesn't it? Josh, trying to pronounce birria is my new favorite thing. It's a super tender meat that is marinated in broth. Oh, okay. Did you see the scoop that there is no incursion in the Marvel? Yeah, I don't believe that guy. I don't believe that guy, dude. Did Cassie marry Kang? No, I don't think so, no. The Mighty Boobs Old Greg episode? What? I gotta look up this old Greg, dude. Will we get a Solo Sentry movie, or will he be used sparsely? No, he's gonna be a really big part of the Thunderbolts, I think. Old Greg is a bit from a British skit show. Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it on out. Cruel! Thanks for the 10, man. Hey, Josh, forgot to mention, I just became a dad for the first time, and my son was born on my birthday. This first month has been tough, but blinkers help. Nerd Avengers for life. Dude, the first month is tough. It also goes by so quickly, though. It's like a whirlwind. And, you know, there's like all kinds of different challenges as you continue on with it. It's an interesting thing, man. He is like so much of a handful in a lot of ways, and so much of like a consideration, but also like such a joy to just be around, and really starting to get to the point where he can actually like play and wrestle and like do all these different things. I think one of the weirdest parts of like that first month as a dad is like you can't really connect too much to the kid, like, because the baby's like not doing anything, you know. But as time goes on, like I've found now that like Liam and I really bond a lot, and we like wrestle and do like, you know, crazy stuff, and he's such a little psycho. How old is he? He's 6 months. 6 months. He'll be 7 months on the 15th. But yeah, he is a freaking pistol, dude. Picking himself up on things. Like, we just got a new coffee table because we didn't want any like harsh edges because he's being so active. This little dude is literally grabbing onto the coffee table and like pulling himself up, and he can like stand. It's nuts. Yeah, 100% X-Wing. He's got to get a job ASAP. Take care, Vito. Hope you have a good night, man. So does the Celestials not care about Kang, or does Kang not care about the Celestials? He probably doesn't care about the Celestials. That's going to be my take on it. I think he probably views... I think all the Kangs probably view themselves as being like the apex. I don't necessarily think they are, but I think that's how they view themselves. Eternity, I think, might be the one that they fear, or that they actually realize, because like Eternity is made up of like all time forever. Where'd I get the Babu from? It was a bookstore, like a Barnes & Noble. He was just randomly in a Barnes & Noble, and we brought him home. Any predictions on the next episode of Mando? No, I mean, I don't really have any predictions. Like I said, some people were saying Bo gets some nice screen time and she does some really badass stuff. That's cool. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe you'd get more of the Moff Gideon plot. A little bit of like what Gideon's doing. I don't know. Didn't they mention Eternity in the film? They did. Yeah, they did. I think Eternity has a role to play in all of this for sure. Genies control time now? Yeah, of course. Duh. You're making the Babu price skyrocket? Yeah, I'm manipulating the Babu market 100%. I've actually got a warehouse full of these Babus that I'm going to slowly sell into the secondary market at like a huge marked up price. Bo gets her cheeks clapped? Oh no! That can be taken multiple ways. Freaking X-Wing. Talking crap on old Greg. And freaking Jay's getting in on it too. Jeez, guys. Haters. Haters. Bo-Katan ship like Luke Soka. I'm into it. Bowden. You call it Bowden. Din claps Bo's cheeks with his dark saber. Pause. Bowden. Always wondered, Josh, if your studio was soundproofed or your mega sounded like a mentalist to your neighbors. You don't say that. Yeah, it's a little bit soundproof, but I'm sure they probably hear me and they're like, no, in fact, they know what I do, though. They know what I do. All right, guys, I think we're going to get on out of here. Sorry for a shorter evening stream. I'm just like a little bit tired today. Hell yeah, I'm getting Jedi Survivor. I'm excited to play it. I'm real excited. 1,000 in sales today. Not bad. Nice. All-time favorite nerdy character from all franchises, all variations of characters. Who would it be and why? Whew, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Can you see Babu on the exit? Oh, yeah. There he is. There he is for you. Just got here, no prep, replay time. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the love. All right, everybody. Much love to you all. Appreciate you. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. Ah, man. I was like coasting on fumes there towards the end of that stream. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was brain dead. I was tired. But I was like, nah, like, let's finish it out. Let's hang with the peeps. Let's let everybody have a good time, you know? Star Wars is back, Carl. And don't you forget it. We'll be back at it Friday morning, guys. Should be a really fun stream. Look out for some more dope videos soon. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Open up your third eye. Wash out your stinky butt. See ya.